Importing information from a tech podcast.
Hello guys, and welcome back to Imported a Tech Podcast. I am your host, Aedan, and here with me today I have William and Ben. Okay, so they are in French mode. While they get out of French mode, I am going to tell you what is coming up. So, coming up today on this episode of Imported a Tech Podcast, we have William's Phone Wars, Ben's Oculus Quest 2, and my iOS 14.5. Enjoy!
Now, we all know Apple is the far superior phone, right?
No. Is it? I want to find out.
It might be, it might not be. Well, we'll find out during this Phone Wars presentation that I've put together. At the end, I will categorize them into categories, so then you know what phone is right for you and that fits you.
Okay.
And now contestants.
What are our contestants?
Our contestants, we need a drum roll. Drum roll, come on, drum roll for the contestants. We have Samsung, Apple, and Google Pixel.
That is impressive.
Yes, I didn't sound like that as a showman. I suck at that. But anyway, so our first one, refresh rate. Samsung's got a really nice, smooth 120 hertz refresh rate, which is nice. And to put that in perspective, your TV is usually 60 hertz, and so are most computer monitors.
So is that better or worse?
So the lower the hertz, I guess it's sort of lower frame rate, but not. It's basically how fast the screen updates its image, since everything you see on a screen is a series of images.
Is it practically frames per second?
Yes, but no. It's basically how fast the TV, your TV or like screen on your phone or device, whatever, updates its image. So kind of, yes. It's a bit confusing.
Just get on to the next one.
Apple has a 60 hertz display, but I've heard if they do an iPhone 13, they're really secretive about this stuff. They might include 120 hertz, their first ever 120 hertz display instead of 60. And Google Pixel has also pretty good 90 hertz refresh rate. So the camera on the Samsungs is great. It's got.
Did you mention Samsung's hertz refresh rate?
Yeah, it's 120 hertz.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait,
Listening,
so
please.
Is lower the better or higher the better?
Higher is the better.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
Okay, move on.
So camera on the Google Pixel is Samsung 10 megapixel front camera. For some reason I struggle to find like the wide and all that stuff. I just don't know. Couldn't find that. It's hard to because I'm not an Android user. I don't know what the camera specs are like. They on the Apple, they have this cool thing called HDR and Dolby Vision, which basically upgrades the quality of the image and the color correcting. That is all done through that, and Dolby Vision is also sort of to do with sound as well.
Yeah, Dolby Vision is sound.
Yep, and 12 megapixel front camera, and you want a higher megapixel front camera for more clarity. This is where it kind of gets interesting. The Google Pixel actually has an unlimited photo storage space, which is good for people who like taking lots of photos on their phone, but not necessarily as higher quality as the other phones. It only has a 1080p camera instead, which is fine when you just want a normal phone that does everything you want it to. Sorry, I was looking at video. It's 12.2 megapixel camera. I'm sorry. Yes, but because it doesn't have all that Dolby Vision stuff, it just doesn't look as clear. It has the next one's video. Samsung has an optical stabilization, which is basically
Camera go shake, video don't.
Yes, that. Except you don't need a gimbal, which is another external stabilization device. Laser autofocus, so it focuses really clearly. Oh yeah, the other one, sorry, for camera, it's got the best macro lens on the phones in our roundup here, which is really nice for taking really close photos. The camera, it has ultra wide 12 megapixel and telephoto of 10 megapixel for the photo as well. And I'm assuming, I haven't checked, but I'm very, very sure you can use those both with the video as well.
Okay, move on.
Yes.
We are losing time rapidly.
We have a dual 12 megapixel camera on the Apple, with ultra wide and wide cameras, and Dolby Vision, HDR, all the same stuff, up to 4K and 60 FPS. The video on the Google Pixel is 1080p, 30 FPS, or 120 FPS, or 240 FPS, which is the best you can get for slow motion, but not necessarily the best quality, or 4K at 30 FPS at 60 FPS. But remember, this does not have Dolby Vision or HDR and auto color correction. Security, so this is how you unlock your phone. Samsung has a face password and touch ID, the other way around.
And also password?
And yes, also password.
So I'm guessing all of these have password.
Yes, and same with the Apple as well. The only different one on the Google
so
Pixel.
Apple has Face ID, touch, and password?
Not touch anymore.
Ah, yeah. They got rid of that when they went to the infinity screen.
During I was making this, the iPhone SE came out, and I'm like, I really want to have this in here, but I couldn't, sadly. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, Google Pixel.
So Google Pixel has a fingerprint sensor on the back of the device and also password. Storage for we're all doing minimum, sorry. So the lowest ranked stuff, so we can give you the beginning price of their phones. So the storage on Samsung is 128 gigabyte, and you can put up to a terabyte of storage. Just wanted to say that.
Wow.
Yes. The minimum for the iPhone 12 is 64, and same with the Google Pixel. The G coverage, so that's how fast the data speeds are. So Samsung 5G, Apple 5G, and Google Pixel 5G. And the displays are 6.2 inch for Samsung, which is gigantic. I don't think...
That's big.
Yes, I don't think you really want a phone. Phones were designed in the first place to be small and fit in your pocket. Now they're literally trying to make them an iPad.
Yeah.
It's like not...
If you want a massive phone, get an iPad mini. Or if you're a Samsung person, get a smaller one.
Yes. 6.1 inch for the Apple, so slightly smaller. And this one didn't have inches on the Google Pixel site, and it measured in centimeters. So it's 6.4 centimeters long and 144.7 millimeters tall. So they all but the Google Pixel have a charger in them, but I have a feeling that soon they will get phased out. I do not know why yet, but I'm sure they will.
So by charger we mean Apple and Samsung both have charging cables. They all have charging cables. Apple and Samsung don't have charging blocks. And I'd be fine with this because everyone's got a USB charging block. But they've switched to USB-C charging.
So they can get 20-watt fast charging, which also destroys your battery life quicker.
Yeah, but I'd be fine with them not giving us a charging block in the box if they had stuck to USBs. Everyone has a USB block, charging block lying around their house. Almost nobody has a USB-C charging block.
Anyone working with a Samsung or Apple, can you please change it back? Please. That would work so much better.
Yeah, and they say they're doing it for the environment. But if they were doing it for the environment, they would drop their phone prices by the amount that they charge for the charging block.
Yes.
But they didn't.
Or if they wanted to be better, they could include some sort of solar charging thing if they wanted to really.
Yeah, but they're very expensive to make.
Yeah.
Anyway, next part.
So the RAM. Okay, we're not doing the RAM because that RAM isn't important. Just kidding. They all have 8 gigs. 8, 6, 8. You know the order now, I hope. The battery on the Samsung is 5,000 milliamp hours, which is a lot. But because of their operating system and all the other stuff, it hasn't got the best battery life out of all of them. 2,850 milliamps, which is less than the older generation iPhone because that's how iPhone work. They never bring anything back. And 4,880 milliamps for the Google Pixel. The wireless charging, they all have wireless charging. Processor for Samsung is the octa-core Samsung Aedan, I don't know how you say that, 990 at 2 gigahertz, which is a right speed. Their fastest chip is the A14 Bionic in the Apple phone, and then the slowest chip out of all of them is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G. And the final price for all of them. So
yes.
Samsung is $1,249. Apple is $1,599, and Google Pixel is $999.
Okay, I'm going to give you some different stereotypical people. Give me the best phone for each. First, let's start off with I just want to text, phone, and take photos. Just the bare minimum.
That would be the Google Pixel, definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
Second, the photographer.
Depends if you're if you like taking photos of close-ups or just like
landscape photographer.
Landscape? The Samsung.
Okay. I want my phone to do everything.
iPhone.
I want to game on my phone. I want to take pictures on my phone. I want to call people on my phone. I want to play games on my phone. I know I said that already, but gaming is quite popular on phones.
Yes. Yes, iPhone because it's got the A14 Bionic chip, which is the fastest chip in any phone at the moment, unless you get a gaming phone.
And the price saver person.
Google Pixel.
Okay. That is it for this segment. Let's move on to Ben's Oculus Quest 2. On the last episode of Imported Tech Podcast, we talked about virtual reality. And one section of that virtual reality is standalone headsets. And today we're going to be talking about maybe the best one on the market, the Oculus Quest 2.
For now, though.
Yes, for now. So, Oculus Quest 2, very good, standalone. You can have 2 modes where you can, one, plug it into your PC and play games as you would on a Rift, or you can just have it on its own and play less games, worse, but still virtual reality. So, it's all around, like, just better than the Oculus Quest 1. It costs less, it has better specs, more storage, better CPU, it's more battery life, it's very good. So it's got 6 gigabytes of RAM. You can,
very nice.
Yes, very nice. It has a 2 to 3 hour battery life.
Very nice.
Thanks, Aedan. And then storage, you have 2 versions. You can get a cheaper one for 64 gigs, and you can get
very nice.
A more expensive one for 200 with 256 gigs of gigabytes of storage. So so most people would get the 64 gigs much cheaper, and depending on games you're getting, if you're only going to get like 2 or 3 games, that's the way to go.
Me and Ben both have Oculus Quest 2s. Ben, what size option do you have?
I have the larger one because
I'm
downloading much more games.
I've downloaded like 3 or 4 free games and 2 paid games, and I've already used up half of the storage on it. So most, like, the games take up quite a bit of space, and I think if you're going to be a serious gamer on it, you need to get the larger size, because otherwise you'll be deleting and re-downloading all the games you want to play on the 64GB headset.
I wouldn't say like serious, but like if you don't have a PC or another external drive to put games on, then you're probably going to be better off with the larger option.
Yeah.
Since VR games now take up lots more storage than your
Yeah.
normal games that you might play on your computer or console.
Okay, so Ben, tell us some facts.
So, some more facts about this God-given console. It's got a 90 hertz refresh rate. Very nice.
Very nice, very
got
nice.
Adjustable IPD with 3 settings.
What's IPD stand for?
Well, basically, it's how far apart your eyes are, so it doesn't look bad. You don't get motion sickness. So you've got
Very nice, very nice.
you've got 3 settings. One very close. You've got 58 millimeters, 63 millimeters, and 68 millimeters.
Yes,
How does it
William.
work with people who have glasses? Because I know how I have glasses, but I don't need them for everything. But for those people who do they work fine under the Oculus Quest 2?
Well, yes, they do.
With the base headset, it comes with a glasses spacer, which you can put in between the facial interface, which is the phone that goes around your eyes, and the headset. So you just pop the facial interface off, put the glasses spacer on, put the facial interface back onto the glasses spacer, and you've got like a bit more space between your eyes and the headset for your glasses to go. But like, honestly, I think if you're gonna wear glasses, if you can go without the glasses, do, because the further away the headset is from your eyes, the lower quality and the more like blur and motion sickness you can get. Yes, very
Yes.
nice, very nice.
Kind of have thought of
Very
everything,
nice, very
haven't I?
nice. So, as most people, you probably don't know, but you can just take the Quest 2 anywhere. You don't need like a big dock to play it. It's very portable. You can just...
There are no sensors on it.
Does
All the
no
cameras are
sensors.
the sensors are built into the headset, so there's no setup needed.
Oh, and they do not. Some PC built headsets, how they have, and some wireless ones too. Sometimes you have to have a room dedicated to them with sensors put up around the room, but this
Yeah.
one does not, and
Yes.
it also comes with a very nice carry bag for travel as well.
It doesn't.
Well, you can.
You can get
you
there.
can you can buy them. They're very
Yes. And some of them are cheap, some of them are more expensive.
good. Yes.
Just get them off eBay.
Now, so
Yeah. Or Amazon.
yes, Quest 2. They Oculus has announced, or really Facebook, they've announced. Yeah, they're not gonna keep going with the Rift series. They're just going Quests because the Quests. Yeah, fair enough. The Quests can be used as Rifts if you buy an external port and just plug that into your PC and then into your headset, and you're good to go. I mean, unless you want to like sit next to your PC with the charging dock, which you can do. I mean, I'm not judging anyone.
Or you can go completely wireless and buy virtual desktop from the Oculus Quest store. That is only $54 and acts as the cable but wireless.
Is that any good though? Because if you're wirelessly transmitting video and game feed from that dock to the headset, does it get a bit like, I guess,
Yeah, input lag.
yeah.
I have never tried it because I do not have a PC.
Loser.
We're gonna judge.
But
Aedan
Ben,
now.
have you tried it with virtual desktop? I know quite a few gaming YouTubers do virtual desktop if they use an
Well,
Oculus Quest.
So
Most of them don't, but most of them say it's fine.
So I do connect my Quest to my PC very often, but I usually use
Link cable.
yes, I usually use a link cable that I bought. It's 3 meters long, far too long, so I keep tripping over it, which is fun.
Ben, there's things called cable ties.
I don't like you anymore, Aiden.
Have you? But like Ben is not that kind of cable management person. though.
Yeah, Ben's not really a
Yes,
cable
under
management
my
person.
desk is a web of cables and...
Okay, Ben, we're not talking about
dog hair.
cable stuff.
So, as I was saying, so I could use wireless transmission, but I really don't see, like, me using it in the future because I have wired transmission. That's clean, that's smooth. I'm fine with using that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything else, or can we wrap this segment up?
Wait, are there two different bands? I've seen on their sites that they have that band, like that tightener band.
Yeah,
Do they have that Velcro band as well?
You've got the elastic band that comes with the headset,
Which is garbage.
Or you can get the Facebook approved Oculus Quest 2 Pro strap.
Which is a little bit garbage,
If
but
you
less.
didn't know, Facebook is now owning Oculus, which is that a good thing or not?
I'm not sure. They've made it cheaper. They're also selling our information. Anyway, back to the straps.
Anyway,
you can either get the one that comes with the headset, or you can get the Pro strap, or the one I've got. You can
third party.
Yes, it's a third-party headset. I cannot remember the name of the business, and I'm not going to say it because we are not sponsored by them. Anyway, so...
Yes, third party accessories with the Quest. You've got silicone face masks, you've got skins, you've got wraps, but all around, if you pay for a Quest, you're getting what you asked for.
Yeah,
the strap's a little bad on the back, but like other than that, it's perfect.
What you get in the box is what you need to play.
Exactly.
Yes.
If you want it to feel better, if you want to get a better battery life, you pay more, but what you've got in the box is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get this segment wrapped up.
For streamers.
For streamers, yes. Final bit. So, you can stream directly from the headset to Facebook.
But like, why?
Or you can go PC mode and stream on Twitch or YouTube or anything.
Yeah.
Twitch is the way to go.
Yes, okay. Let's wrap this segment up. We were not paid to advertise this, but please, if you want to sponsor us, feel free. Goodbye. So, all you Apple phone owners out there may have just noticed your phone has a software update, and if you haven't done it, do it. Anyway, so, let's get on with my iOS 14.5 and what is included in it. So, are you guys ready?
A little bit.
But sorry for those people that have an iPhone 5 and under, you will not be getting this update.
Okay. So, as on my website I am using for my tech news, this is claimed to be one of Apple's biggest privacy changes in years. So, you know those Facebook and Google terms and conditions you accept but never read?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're so big, who can be bothered? Like, oh my god,
Yeah,
they're like 600 pages.
In those terms and conditions that you approve, you give them permission to access your phone 24/7.
Yes, they
The
get
apps you use, the steps you take, the locations you go to. That is part of their targeted ad campaign.
Basically, they just...
And that is bad.
It's really annoying though, because if you have Instagram, TikTok or whatever, it's basically them forcing you to do it, because you can't record videos without a microphone or camera, and like location, I don't know what that is used for, but basically everything like my camera is, you have to have those to use them, and they can see all your footage you upload. Or
Yeah, exactly.
they have
in
access
iOS
to your
14.5, one of the biggest privacy changes Apple has ever brought, and I'm pretty sure all different software companies and hardware companies will be adding this. When you accept them, they will send you a notification saying, are you sure you want to let them access your phone 24/7? And if you click yes, they will. And if you click no, you'll still be allowed into the app, but Apple will just stop it from the app's end, not from the developer's end, which I personally think is a big change to the privacy game.
Yes, it's still, I'm still getting those because I've got apps on there I haven't used for a while, and when I open them, if they're like apps like I guess Strava, for example, to access location, you can choose to say like yes, and then you can go into settings like only while I'm using the app, so then it's not
No, but now Apple, the only two options they'll give you when an app asks
it's
for
just
your
yes
location,
or no.
it's only once, only while using the app, or cancel. If you want to let it use your location all the time, you've got to go into settings, find the app, go into location and click all the time. They are not letting you click all the time that easily, and I think that is awesome.
That is good. And still don't click that, because
Yes.
You could be signed up to a scam site.
It means because if you give them, so you approving them using your location, you're approving for them to sell it if you've approved your location, I think.
Yeah, Facebook sold heaps of stuff, I think, yeah.
That is where, like, on A Social Dilemma, brilliant Netflix show, definitely recommend watching it. They say, if you're not paying for the product, you probably are the product. And that is how Facebook makes their money. Ads and selling your information. If you let that app use your location all the time, you are letting them sell your information all the time. And also, on Apple and Android phones, there's a way to close apps. On Apple, it's double-clicking the home button. It will open up a screen. So this is on phones that have the older phones which have buttons. Double-click it and it will open up a screen where you can swipe apps, which will show all the apps you've got currently open, and they're running in the background. To close them, swipe them up. In newer phones, just get that bar down the bottom which lets you close apps and swipe it all the way up and you will get to the same screen. Close those apps. If they're open, they've got access to your location and they are able to sell it. On Android, I'm not sure how. Look it up on the internet.
It's the 3 bars on the side.
Okay, it is the 3 bars on the side according to William. And then you
On
swipe
most
them
phones
to the
anyway.
side or up. I don't know. I think it's to the side. Any app that is running in the background has access to what you've allowed it to have access to. And that is not good.
Yes.
So, Ben, you've been quite quiet this time and just silently nodding.
I think with passwords online, I know this is really awesome. Really annoying. But, like, trying to have different passwords on every single site.
And
because
don't use Chrome's save your password. Get an external one. I use Dashlane. There's LastPass. There's heaps of them out there.
Yeah, but then those places also have access to your password.
They don't,
also,
though. They are 100% encrypted, and like even the best hackers can't get into them.
But what if that's just what they say?
Also, if you don't want the save password things, always just, if it's too much, just turn off your cookies. Most people don't know what they are because...
Cookie Monster.
Yes, Cookie Monster. But
what
what happens
cookies...
it saves your password, so when you tap on the password, it'll like make a drop list and go, oh, that's it. That's what a cookie is. It saves your information, and people can easily just take your cookies, which might sound terrible for a child, but worse for you because people can steal your credit info.
Yes.
So
I know for like...
No, but the thing with disabling cookies, most websites run on cookies, and if you disable cookies, some websites won't work. And if that's a problem, enable them, but don't save your passwords in the thing.
Yes.
Use Dashlane, use LastPass, use something else. This is big about safety. There have been millions of data breaches all over the planet. William's got his hands up.
Yes. So I do know someone, I'm not going to say who, but they got an email from some rando saying they know all of their passwords. Everything on their computer was gone because they had the same password for literally everything and they could take all their data.
Use different passwords.
Yes. That makes it a lot harder for them to find the password for everything. Yes. And don't, like, our school did this thing. Remember that when they did that thing and they put up a list of like hundreds of passwords and you can do control find.
Search up on the internet most used passwords. These are all passwords that have been taken from people in data breaches costing millions of dollars. Any password on there, do not use.
Also, I recommend backing up to something like the cloud or Dropbox in case that something does happen.
And if you don't have access to that or don't want to pay for it, external hard drives are only they can be $50 for like a few hundred gigabytes, or you can get like 5 terabyte ones for like a couple of $100, but they will save your information. In my family, our 10-year-old Mac crashed, and
Mine's older. I win.
no, but ours crashed. It was completely dead. The operating system completely destroyed itself. We needed to wipe everything. And the reason we've still got those photos, memories from 10 years ago is because we've got an external hard drive.
Basically, in short, just back everything up in case something bad happens.
Yeah, back your phones up onto the computer, back your computers up to the cloud or an external hard drive.
Yes, and just keep security in mind for everything.
Yes.
If you think you can break into it, you probably can. If you don't think anyone can break into it, they probably can. There are millions of people out there, and a lot of them know how to crack your password, how to break into the government's websites. Here in Australia, the government holds an annual hackathon, which they encourage people to come to dedicated locations and try and hack into the government's website. If you do, tell them and they will repair that. And I'm pretty sure there's even a cash prize. Okay, yeah. Security is a big thing in the day and age of technology. People are hacking, people are losing information.
But because people are hacking, though, we're upgrading our security all the time with different IP addresses and all that stuff.
Also, never leak your IP address.
Never.
I don't even know mine, but if you do, if anything contains your information for your IP address, do not send it anywhere.
Yes. The really annoying thing, though, in Digital ICT, they're like, click on the site to find your IP address. It was one of the links in the one, and we click on it, and we're just like, now it's exposed.
Yeah, like...
Well, some simple steps can be taken, like never press on a Grabify link because that's an IP logger.
You can find your, I don't know what you type, but in command prompts on Windows, you can find your IP address.
Exactly. You can find your IP address anywhere. Don't go on a website that says to because they're going to steal your IP.
Probably not even your IP either.
And your IP contains where you live or where you're using that device from. And from that, people can threaten you. People can blackmail you.
Exactly.
It's illegal,
that's why
but it's been done.
That's why VPNs are so good because, like, oh, it's not just change where I am for better Netflix. No, you're changing where you are. People are going to try and steal your IP and they're going to go, ha, you live in Canada. Like, nah, bro, I live in Mongolia. It's different. Like, simple steps can be taken. Someone sends a Grabify link. You can take their IP via the Grabify link. Take your opportunity. Find out where the scammer or hacker lives. Use, like, simple browsers, Brave and Tor.
And if it
notorious for like their security. You have so many settings in Brave. Tor is literally one of the only things that can get onto the dark web, one of the most unsecure places on the internet.
But it's very illegal, so don't use that.
Very illegal.
We do not endorse using the dark web. Please do not sue us.
Only a little.
Anyway.
Only a little.
Ben, we don't endorse it. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I use Brave. Best thing I've ever done in my browsing history.
I also use Brave. We all use Brave, don't we?
Yes. And if you think, and something else with scammers, if you think it's too good to be true, it is too good to be true.
Unless it's from Mr. Beast.
I do like the Brave shields.
Yes, and no, but make sure it's the real one. Like, people are going around on Twitch, YouTube, sending like $10 saying, "Hi, I'm Mr. Beast. Destroy your PC and I'll give you $10,000." They destroy it. And they leave. Nothing happens. Like, the thing with it is, if, like, YouTubers that will send you a lot of money, they won't make you do anything that will destroy something valuable. If there's this person named Mr. Beast 6000 on your Twitch saying destroy your PC for $10,000, take the risk and say no. It might be him, but what's better?
But
Getting
what if your PC was $10,000?
Or destroying something that could be worth $10,000.
It's just simple steps. Just don't be an idiot. Like, if you see
We're not calling any
basically anyone you don't know
Yeah.
and that's willing to give you, or like not like something to with a fair amount of money.
So just really simple steps. Like, if you see an ad with PewDiePie, Mr. Beast, and Jacksepticeye all holding up like Xbox gift vouchers, don't press on it because it's probably a scam.
It's called Photoshop.
Exactly. See who's just publishing the ad, and if you see who's posting the ad, it's probably not.
The reason why I
Beast.
can post that ad is because people are clicking on that ad, which gives them money to have that ad.
Anyway, let's get this segment wrapped up. In conclusion, security is a big issue. If you have any questions about security or anything about technology in a whole, email us imported.questions@gmail.com. I will put the email in the video down below.
On I, right? No
I will put our email in the description, and it is currently in the top left on the screen. Thank you, editor Aedan. Anyway, let's get this wrapped up and go to the outro. I know. Welcome to the outro. So,
this is the outro.
Wrap up of today's episode. William, your winner for Phone Wars. I cannot remember because that was recorded.
They all won for different categories.
Ben's Oculus Quest 2, in conclusion, get one if you want to play VR. And in conclusion, for security, it is amazing. Get a VPN. Get a password manager. They are all worth the money. Get it. Anyway, not sure what we're going to be doing next episode. We'll probably be doing tech news, answering a few questions if we've got a few. William will be doing something and Ben will be doing something. Anyway, that's all from me. Aedan out.
Aedan is shorter than William. Yay.
Okay.
Yes.
Ben, do you want to say goodbye?
I'm the tallest person here.
William, do you want to say goodbye?
I'm the most epicness,
Goodbye.
insanity.
This episode of Imported, a Tech Podcast was recorded on the 27th of April 2021.